Succotash. I'm not sure if that's the way you say it, but I definitely know how to make it. I'm gonna show you how to make this delicious side dish. So if you've never heard of succotash, I honestly have no clue if I'm saying it right. I Googled it because I am known to say words all the time. I'm gonna blame it on my Oklahoma roots, but if you're from Oklahoma, it's probably just me, not you guys, so sorry. Okay. Anyway, it is a easy side dish that's made with Lima beans, corn, and of course, we love putting bacon on ours. It's simple, easy, packed with flavor. I've linked the full recipe in the description below. Oh, and if you don't know who I am, sorry, my name's Christina. I'm with eatingonadime.com. My sister Carrie and I love showing you guys how to cook at home the easy and affordable way. So make sure that you're following along so that you can learn to cook at home while saving money. In a large skillet, heat over medium-high heat, we are going to cook 6 strips of bacon. Now, in a lot of our recipes, we'll say you can use pre-cooked bacon, but on this one, I don't like to do it because I love cooking the other ingredients in the bacon grease. It adds a ton of flavor. But I'm going to go ahead and get this bacon started while we prepare the veggies, just to save on some time here. Get it lined up in single layer as possible. Even the puppies are excited about this bacon, of course. If you guys are big dog lovers like Carrie and I are, let us know below the name of your dog. We love hearing from you guys. Carrie and I are both dog lovers. I have 1 dog, but Carrie has 4, I think. I'm I have to lose count. All right, so we're gonna get this bacon cooking in the skillet until it's nice and crispy, or how you like your bacon cooked. I liked mine crispy, but if you like yours not as crispy, just cook it normal. Okay, so while that's cooking, let's get these veggies ready. So the bacon is cooking, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the veggies ready. So for this recipe, you need onion diced and a bell pepper diced, and you better believe I'm going to use our veggie chopper. I say ours because this is not mine. I do have one at my house, but I'm at Carrie's house and I'm going to use hers. So first, let's do the onion. So to use the onion in the veggie chopper, this is what I recommend. Cut off the ends and then peel the outer layer off the onion, the one that's kind of the flimsy layer. So you want to get down to the crisp portion of the onion. This one is just 1, so it's great. And then quarter your onion. So cut it in half, and then cut each half in half again. This will make sure when you put the onion in the veggie chopper that it gets all nice and chopped. That's why we like to do it that way. Then you get your veggie chopper. Then take a quarter and put the point side down into the blades in the chopper, and then chop it. And it puts it right into this nice little holder. It holds all your veggies together. And look, my whole onion chopped in 1.5 minutes with no tears. That's why we love this thing. Now we're gonna add in that bell pepper. So when I use the chopper with the bell pepper, what I do is I just cut off the edges of the pepper like this. And I just kind of go around and cut them all off. And it leaves the stems and most of the membranes intact. So then you don't have to clean all of that off later. Perfect. Now, if you do have some of the membranes there, you can clean it up if that bothers you. It bothers me a little bit. Carrie doesn't mind, but it bothers me a little bit. So I clean mine off. It's completely up to you. But you want to get your pepper into flat sections. It's going to lay well into the chopper. So then it'll be easy to dice. So let me show you what I mean. This one, it's a little big to fit in that section, so I'm just going to cut it in half and do it in 2, just to make sure we don't have any issues. And then once you get chopping, it goes pretty quick. Same with this one. Ooh, this one fits, so I don't have to. Sometimes you gotta really get your elbow grease and slam it, but it's. Ooh, that one doesn't have to be cut down either. You get your anger out and your veggies chopped. Okay, let's go check on our bacon. The bacon is ready to turn. It's looking nice and crispy, which is just the way I like it. That one might have got a little bit too done, but that's okay. We're gonna dice this up at the end so it doesn't have to be perfect. So we're just gonna let it cook on the other side until the other side is crispy as well. So the bacon is done. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it from the skillet and put it on a plate lined with paper towels and let it cool just a bit before we dice it up. Make sure you leave your bacon grease in the skillet because we're going to use that for the peppers and onions. Add the peppers and onions to the skillet with the bacon grease. You got all of these in here. I'm going to let them saute in that grease until they're nice and soft. You want the heat to be at medium-high so it doesn't burn, but you want to cook them for about 5 to 6 minutes till those veggies are tender. While the veggies are sauteing, I'm going to go ahead and get these cherry tomatoes ready. You want about 5 ounces of cherry tomatoes. We're going to put these in at the end just so they don't get too soft, but I'm going to go ahead and cut them now. I just like them cut in half lengthways. It makes them easier to eat and it helps them get a little tender when we throw them in at the end for this succotash. Go ahead and get all these cut up and just set aside. Hear those puppies back there playing? They're smelling that bacon and they're excited. So the veggies are looking nice and soft. We're going to go ahead and add in the garlic. I'm adding in 2 teaspoons of pre-minced garlic. You can mince your own if you prefer. If you mince your own, use about 2 cloves of garlic and just mince it up. We're going to let this cook for a few minutes until we can start smelling that garlic in the air. You don't want to put the garlic in at the beginning because it could risk burning it and that'll just ruin the whole dish. Because burnt garlic is yuck, friends. Trust me. I can smell the garlic. So now add in about 12 ounces corn. This is from a bag of frozen corn. You can use canned as well. If you use canned, just make sure you drain off any liquid. And then 12 ounces lima beans. If you're still like a 90s child scared of lima beans, I hope you try them out. They're not as bad as we remember, friends. Trust me. Especially in this recipe. Anything cooked in bacon grease is going to be good. Add in the seasonings. We're going to start with a teaspoon of sugar, a teaspoon of salt, and a half a teaspoon of black pepper. Something about that sugar just really helps bring out all the flavors and it combines well with the bacon grease. And then add in 1 cup chicken broth. Stir it together and we're going to let this cook for about 10 to 12 minutes until everything's combined and everything is nice and cooked through. Most of this liquid should cook off. This bacon is nice and cool now, so we're just going to chop it into bite-sized pieces. The crispier, I find the easier to chop, so you can group this all together. And you can do it as fine or as big as you would like. I want kind of a mixture here is what I'm going for. This all diced up. Yum. Now, if you want this to be vegetarian, you can leave it out. I think you could also add in sausage if you prefer, if you're not a big bacon eater. I just like, if you do sausage, go ahead and use the grease to saute the veggies in because it's going to add a lot of flavor as well. So you can see how most of the liquid is cooked off and these lima beans are looking nice and tender and beautiful. Now it's time to add in those sliced cherry tomatoes and then add the chopped bacon back to the pan. Stir these in and you want to let it cook for about 4 to 5 more minutes over medium heat just to let those tomatoes get slightly tender. And it's ready. Woo, I'm about to knock stuff off over here. Okay, the only last thing that we like to do is top it with some fresh chopped parsley. Now this is optional, but I think it gives it its wow factor. So we're gonna go ahead and get some chopped up today. It's about a tablespoon, but with parsley, I just eyeball it, okay? So you get a bunch of parsley like this. I like to take my large knife and just kind of scrape some of the big leaves off of it. See if I can get some of these off. And then I hold them together as a bunch and chop it up. Now, when you're using your big knife, you want to try to stay in this section here. It's going to chop better than if you use the end of the knife. So I'll just kind of slide it, chop it one way, and then turn the parsley over and chop it the other way. And that's the quickest way to get fast chopped parsley. Now, if you have like a rock and chop, do you guys call it a rock and chop? I have one of those and it works really good with fresh herbs as well, where you can kind of go like that. You can kind of do this as well. I know y'all love my knife skills, so I'm just giving you more of what you love. So, all right. So you just need a little bit, and then you sprinkle it right on top, and then it's ready to serve. Now it's time for my favorite part, taste testing. So when thinking about what to serve this with, I love it if you're doing like a grilling day, if you're grilling chicken or steak or pork. This is a good, nice, quick and easy side dish that you can make inside while the person's outside grilling. It's also great to take to barbecue, potlucks, all the things. It's something unique, different, and it's packed full of deliciousness. All right, guys, it's the moment of truth. It's hot. It's so good. I know, like when I first tried it, I was like, oh, this is kind of a weird combination, but trust me, all of it together tastes amazing. Friends, thank you so much for joining me today in my sister Carrie's kitchen. I hope that you guys make this recipe and then let us know what you think, either in the comments below or go to the recipe itself and review the recipe by clicking on the stars and leaving us a comment there as well. We love hearing from you guys. It's the best way to support us so that we can continue to show you how to cook easy, delicious recipes at home. All right, guys, also, don't forget, like and subscribe so you never miss one of our videos. We are having so much fun teaching you guys how to cook at home on a budget. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I got some Succotash to eat. We'll see if I say it right. You guys have a great day, and I will see you guys next time in my sister's kitchen. Bye, friends.